Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's match between George Mason University and University of Maryland College Park. Uh, Joining us tonight is I, your ever-present Duke Carge, and...
Hi, I'll be joining you today as the co-caster for this match. I'm Enrage, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, so we are going to be getting underway in just a little bit, but we are here in the Invite League to witness these two teams duke it out. I think UMD is currently second place, GMU third place. We're gonna see what they can do with it. I think that these two teams have certainly earned their nicknames: the GMU Wildcards and the UMD Turtles. I'm just joking. I'm not quite sure I can call them turtles quite yet.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen GMU in the past. They seem to be rather flexible, I guess would be the best way to put it. They run with a lot of different methodologies behind what they do. Every time that they run something, it's just a little bit different, so it's very hard to predict what they're going to be running.
Mm-hmm. Uh, yeah, it seems that GMU is very aggressive on the uptake on how they end up just pushing through each round, trying their best to catch the other team unaware as much as possible. It takes a little while.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Just a second, I am checking. Okay.
So, any predictions for our first match here? Or do we not have anything that's going to be...
So we do have a list of what's going on with the bands. We are getting to see Coastline and Consulate. Right now, it seems that we're going to Coastline and Consulate. We're just waiting on one UMD player to join at the moment. It's gonna be interesting. Anyways, to me.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen both of these teams play on Clubhouse before. We've seen both of them play on Coastline, Consulate, all the maps really. They're competent on both, absolutely. GMU's known a little bit for their off meta on Clubhouse specifically. So I'm not sure if we'll see any more of that today or if they're gonna try to mix it up and hit the books and do a bit more traditional strats.
Mm-hmm. So going on into what we expect from UMD. UMD usually takes some more very well practiced strats. Like we've seen them play against RIT or on their RIT match in Consulate, for example. RIT always put a lot of emphasis on trying to lock out any sort of administration office push, but UMD would just recognize that they allocated everything there and they just ignore it and enter it through yellow. Just
Right.
opening up into Consul's office and just doing their best.
Yeah, UMD tends to play a little bit more as a cohesive unit. Not to say that they're more coordinated, but more so that they seem to travel as a bit of a pack. Almost like... I don't want to compare them to an actual special forces, like how they enter in a certain way, like compared to setup. But it feels a little bit more that way watching them.
Mm-hmm. One second, I'm gonna go ahead and tell UMD they need their guy in soon, otherwise bad.
Obviously, you know, can't predict internet outages or PC problems or whatnot, but still good to always make sure that you're ready on time.
So okay, won't be live within 5 minutes because apparently routers just take time to restart. Technology today.
Yeah,
So
I mean, hopefully not more than a minute or two more, but should be able to get that going pretty soon as long as technology willing.
Technology playing. But anyways, I so we're going to coastline. Do you think it's a frag heavy map? Frag heavy map.
It really depends on the site. As far as I'm concerned, it seems that the second floor sites are almost more frag heavy than the first floor,
Mm-hmm.
just because attackers seem to be so cautious about attacking delivery or attacking blue bar. Like you'll see a lot more spawn peaks if you're playing on the hookah side of map, where you're playing either hookah or the two bars.
Hmm.
But I think compared to other maps, there are a lot more rounds where the diffuser will get planted, where there's a lot more laid back sort of defensive strategies than there are on most maps.
I definitely think that uh, just because it's such a more attacker-sided map, uh, sites that you would normally never consider for any other map just are viable, just completely out of need. I would say hookah billiards is a big one, and even the kitchen site. I think the only site that if you saw on any other map you would still defend is probably bedroom theater.
It's surprising too because we've seen a lot of teams actually choose to go as their main site on defense to either bar or hookah, and both of those sites have direct access on not just one but both bomb sites from the outside. On hookah, you've got a balcony, you've got a window, you've got the big window for billiards, not to mention all of aquarium. And for bar, you have two direct windows into site, another connecting hallway, one more coming from the entryway inside of lobby. You have so many places to worry about defending, and yet teams still like to go there just because of the way that the map works. Coastline just functions in a very interesting way, comparatively.
Okay, it looks like we actually have both our teams here in the lobby. And asking GMU if they are ready. Come on. Come on, you guys know you want to play this match. They are ready. So, just double checking that we are making GMU attack first. Team blue team. Yep, we are good to go.
Alright, well, without any further delay, let's get right into map 1. Coastline, GMU's attacking first. Now, as far as we can tell, GMU will have the middle two bands, meaning that UMD gets to kind of set the pace for what those bands will look like. Any predictions?
Well, I'm gonna predict GMU is gonna ban at least one roam hunter. And I'm gonna predict that UMD is going to get rid of at least one hard breacher, maybe.
Hmm.
It,
And,
oh
ooh, actually,
no,
quite a
actually,
switch up there. I mean, it's not undeserved either. We've seen Redding play a lot of Blitz. He likes to play those shield ops.
yeah.
We've seen a couple members actually play shield ops on that team. So,
And
just like you were talking about, there you go. There's the Jackal ban. That's
Yep.
the roam clear off the
Yep,
board.
that's the
Well,
roam
some of
clear
it.
off the board. It makes sense to ban Blitz from how aggressive GMU tends to play, and it just seems like they don't want that same, fast-paced, high-octane play to come in and ruin their plans. UMD wants to take things at their own, at their own pace, and it makes sense here. Well, moving on,
Yeah.
we're gonna see a echo ban actually from GMU. Interestingly enough, possibly so that things like late round the late round pushes don't get punished as badly, but also Clash is going to get banned, interestingly enough, from UMD. This seems like a target ban as well, getting rid of both important shield operators.
And we've seen GMU play Clash actually a quite surprising amount in the past. Mainly, you'll have that on because Clash, especially on coastline, having the ability to do a run out without taking any damage onto uh, the outside of VIP onto that balcony and being able to check if there's anyone on an AC unit or check if there's anyone that spawned by purple tarp. That gives you a lot of information.
Well, yeah, you pretty much can just sit at the door, gather information, not really get shot by anyone, except maybe by the window on that hookah balcony. But also you can pretty much roam the very heavy flow of the bottom floor and find attackers out and just call them out to your roamers.
Yeah, and that intel can play a huge factor, especially in the round. I mean, coordinating that with your team can give you a huge advantage, so being able to take the ability to play Clash off the board is a solid amount of intel also.
So, right away, we're going to go ahead and see Billiards Hookah coming into play from UMD. What do you expect to see here?
Based on UMD's previous strats, I expect to see a bit of a hybrid between Ranked and Pro League as far as holds go. Looks like they've got a pretty standard rotation. I'm not sure if that deployable shield was taken from their own experience or from Pro League. I know that I saw that run by Team Empire quite a few times. That specific setup with middle wall reinforced and a deployable shield allows you to have a very nice angle onto purple tarp if you have someone with an ACOG. Muddy Britch is actually going to go for the spawn peek onto ruins here. It doesn't look like he's going to find anyone, delaying that time a little bit, but not actually going to get anything for it.
I mean, it's not like he has anything else to set up. All he can do is just watch and then try to be...
It's definitely a solid idea to try to get those early peaks out, but at the same time, if you lose the dock, you do lose a lot of late round ability to revive someone or any sort of top-offs that you might need mid-game.
We're already seeing the Blackbeard get taken out by Redding, and this makes sense, as Redding plays to win. He doesn't like taking any sort of chances when it comes to his op picks, and looks like Flamin' Claimant is just slowly going to get chased here, as Road Boy is trying to push towards him. He's stuck in the room. He is pretty much cornered off here.
Yeah, he's got, looks like one logic bomb just went off there. Another one is still on the table, but if they do waste both of those just trying to go for one roamer, that might be a little bit too much utility to spend on one operator.
I think Roboy expects him to be on the right side, and he's going to get shot from behind and just managed to survive and take down Flamin' Claimant. Unfortunately, the accuracy from Flamin' was not enough.
That logic bomb hack as well from Dokkaebi. Oh, a nice shot from JS across to the balcony, drop down from roof. That'll be a pick off on the sledge, and Thatcher actually. Oh, Blackbeard and Thatcher. Blackbeard off the board means no more face shields stopping any headshots this round. Thatcher off the board means that Thermite's gonna have a lot harder time getting into sight, but no, a refrag from Road is gonna take out the Jaeger.
But it's 3v3. It's still even. It's anybody's game still. And, oh, Muddy Britches with the headshot onto Roboy. But JS is going to get crossed off from the rooftop by Bohuja. And once again, it's going to be even for the final 45 seconds.
Now, a two-man site take isn't really what you want to end a round with, because that makes it really tough to execute. You've got one person watching all of the angles that that diffuser could get being shot from. But, on the other hand, you also have to notice that there's a smoke in less than 30 seconds on the board, which means that that'll be a very tough take to even get into sight, much less get that diffuser down.
They being very aggressive here, taking this sight line towards Hookah in a position where he can easily get shot by Turtle. And, oh, Q-Pals is going to take out Turtle. Bohoja is going to refrag onto Q-Pals. Is Bohoja going to plant, or is he going to frag? He's going to frag for it and take off the knees of Muddy Britches.
Very impressive take there as well from GMU. I wasn't expecting that to actually happen and go through with it, but the accuracy just working out.
Um. Oh, unfortunately, I'm getting a phone call which I'll have to take later. As I am busy at the moment. I hope it's not one of those robocalls where they pretend to be one of your family members, because this could be bad. 1 second. Okay. Enrage, can you deal for a sec?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, moving into the round 2 here, we're going to be seeing a similar setup from UMD. Looks like they're going to be running overall most of the same operators, choosing to still bring that Doc, the Smoke, Jaeger. However, switching out their intel ops. So they're going to be working with a Valkyrie and a Maestro now, choosing to opt for more cameras instead of more operator-based intel, which arguably more effective. Maestro going to give them a bit more plant denial. Relying on the nitro cell from Pulse to hit that from below does put a lot of pressure on that one operator alone, so losing them early in the round was rather unfortunate. Whereas on the other hand, on GMU's side, we're going to be seeing also remarkably similar, but not entirely, choosing to bring no Thatcher this time, instead opting for a Monty. That'll give them a bit more push power, but at the same time it'll cost them firepower. So that's a bit of a trade-off to take there, and I'm not sure if that's what they really need for Hookah. I think what they should focus more on is trying to get the roam clear done a bit faster. And, ooh, nice job starting off from Pona, already taking out no lag. That is that roam clear almost already entirely off the board, really leaving it up to just Valkyrie. Roadboy and Bohoja already making their way inside, trying to drone out for each other, making some nice headway up until getting to sight. Taking out those interior cameras, making sure that any intel that they can deny is getting denied, so that they can get to sight as quickly as possible. Only a minute off the board.
Okay, I'm back. It definitely is tax season. Honestly, it's tax season. That's why in family accountant things happen. So I noticed that Noleg... Did Noleg get killed just roaming? Is that what I saw?
Correct. Nolag started off the round by doing a bit of advanced roaming from Jaeger, going pretty far out, instead of getting picked off to that. Ooh, nice shots there from Turtle, working inside of Aquarium. And me taking out the Doc, that's a lot of healing off the board. Smoke's going out, that'll be a plant coming probably soon. And there it is, Roadboy trying to get that plant down, but no, the Nitro Cell from JS is going to take him out instead.
Yes, that below with the camera does manage to get to stop the defusing for a little bit. And the smokes are not enough to take out Redding, and Turtle gets a headshot on JS and is a 4v2. A site retake needs to happen, otherwise they'll be stuck. They don't know that the Maestro is not off the board yet. Could take out the Monty, but it's not going to happen as Q-Pals goes down to Bohoja, and it's down to just Flamin' Clayman. Trying his best here, gets Bohoja, tries to pre-fire around the corner to get Turtle, but I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, and instead PWNet comes from the left, no, from the long angle on Tarp.
Running all the way back there, that's a nice angle to hold. It's also not that rough to hold as well with that L85. The recoil's not as severe as a lot of the other weapons that they had on their team, making him probably the best operator put there. So that was a smart choice.
I mean, you could also put like a DMR there.
Correct. They did have the Dokubi that could have played over there, but with the operators they had left on the board, that was still a solid choice. Looks like UMD, realizing that this isn't working, is going to move down to first floor inside of kitchen and service. That will give them a bit more room to work with, not only floor space, but also just options for operators. Looks like they're going to be going a bit more focused on roaming here, bringing a Vigil as well as Jaeger this time, trying to make sure that they can waste a bit more time than they did previously.
Possibly. So It's looking to me like Bohoja and Roadboy are doing well. The top. Well, there's I can't talk. How it's talking. GMU is doing a pretty good job of spreading those kills around, except for maybe Redding. But then again, he is, you know, relegated to support as the Monty. Meanwhile, it's not looking like UMD is getting enough picks here, and it shows.
Yeah, the refrag game is not being played by UMD. And whether or not that's positioning, or if it's just how they are orchestrating their defenses, something's got to happen where they're able to either group up or get some better angles, because every time they lose someone, it's a good 30 or 45 seconds before anything else happens on the scoreboard.
Wow, that was a nice snap onto the camera. Anyways, Turtle is already going to take some damage from, I believe, one of the roamers. I think it was the Vigil upstairs? Possibly. Could have been no leg. But they are trying to maintain control of the second floor, possibly to stop them from coming in from the windows. You can see the floor is very clearly broken right there, so that he can actually watch for any heads popping onto the kitchen window. Meanwhile, over service entrance, JS checking out his drone, as Redding takes a little bit of damage here, trying to push no lag out. And now he's cornered off. There's two defenders on him, but this may as well be a bait, as Turtle is possibly sneaking up through the bathroom.
That is going to be a tough spot for Redding as well. He could get some backup potentially from a teammate, and it looks like Roadboy is going to be the one assigned with that.
Bridges is going to take out Bohoja. Pona is going to take out JS. Oh my lord, and then... Oh, but Bridges is then going to refrag onto Roadboy, avenging Q-Pals.
Very nice job of evening out. The score differential has been completely alleviated, but no, as I say that, there's one more. That's Turtle finding no lag.
That was a nice coordination there between the two in order to push him onto Turtle's gun and then getting the headshot. Oh, and Turtle is just going to be able to see Muddy Britches as he backs off and tries to rotate back into the kitchen, where he's going to try and safeguard what they're doing here. He's trying to find... He has a nice angle here onto the door, and he just misses it. Meanwhile, it's just... Oh, Redding takes down Flaming Clayman, and it's just Muddy Britches left. And he's just going to get locked out of the site as he tries to push towards a planter, but it's not going to work. And he's cornered between a rock and a hard place. And down he goes to Turtle. Again, good coordination on pincering Muddy there.
GMU has just been orchestrating these site takes very well. Even though they're somewhat limited on time for their takes, they're able to really effectively use what they have. They don't waste any time getting that diffuser down, and once they do, they don't play it risky, they don't try to take any sort of chance. They just bunker down and say, alright, we've got the diffuser, just hold it. And they've been doing a very good job of that. Moving forward, however, choosing to bring most of the same, actually no, the same operators for UMD. Very similar as well for GMU, choosing to switch out the Hibana, bringing back the Thatcher. That'll be... I mean, they've gone back to Hookah, so this is essentially what they were running beforehand as well. So I'm not sure if this is really going to be the change that UMD is looking for.
So, it seems that they're just trying to hit their stride in some way by coming back here. They're just realizing maybe it's not the site that we're going to, it's maybe that we're handling their strategy incorrectly. You know? And we need to possibly switch up our game. And just the fact that they've been bringing up Monty so often, and that Monty push has been so successful, just says something about UMD's lack of a flank game, or, you know, there is a flank game happening, but the roamers are getting taken out very effectively, and they need to waste more time than get crossed off that early.
Yeah, longevity is kind of the name of the game right now for UMD. How long can they hold off GMU from getting to site? How long can they stop them from getting that diffuser down? and how long does it take them to get a retake should they lose sight? Those are the three big questions that they need to answer right now, hopefully with their actions over the next 2 rounds that they have left on defense.
It's looking like they do have a few good camps set up. Buddy Bridges once again trying to hold a long angle with that MP5 over in Sunrise. Not going to find it though. Monty's going to push him out just out of pressure, and just knowing that there's probably somebody backing him up is going to make Muddy Bridges run away. Muddy's going to look for frag somewhere else, but not going to find the door open. Instead, it's the window of hookah that's been open. And look like, yep. Once again, Ponut is over here, does see somebody, tries to go for the kill, and gets the headshot on Muddy Bridges.
A little bit too risky of a peek there from the dock, choosing to actually try to take that long angle. Not sure if that was forgetting that that rotation hole is opened or just not knowing about hookah window. But you have to be careful about those long angles, and carelessly losing someone only a minute into the round is going to put them at a slight disadvantage. They did lose an ACOG as well.
Pretty bad, and it just seems like at this point they're using Redding as just an invincible drone at this point. And there's just been no strategy from UMD to counteract that.
I mean, it's interesting because they've been running a smoke every round, but those beauties just aren't getting shot. And speaking of getting shot, JS put down by Redding. Very nice headshot, able to pick up the Valkyrie. That'll be a little bit less roam game. Nice refrag from No Lag.
Oja goes down as Flamin' Clayman takes on Ponut. And it's down to just Redding, Roadboy, and a Turtle in order to take sight. Redding being slightly aggressive here with the pistol shots, but gonna go in and try to get that call out on him. And it looks like UMD is trying to coordinate a little bit here, and Redding is gonna shoot through the wall, maybe hit Flaming Clayman a little bit, and he's gonna try to actually go to a spot where he's not expected. No Leg is gonna take out Turtle. Roadboy is gonna take down Turtle, and it's down to just Redding. Redding does have the diffuser, but all he has is a pistol, a shield, and a dream.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a lot of time as well with those smoke grenades coming out from both himself and from smoke. And no, Flamin' Clayman taking the nice headshot, watching the close angle.
That smoke grenade is not completely. Oh, he just slid across the floor. Whoa. That was a nice headshot, predicting that the Monty would run in and just tapping it out just to finish the round. Not letting him have even an inch of sight.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot better coordinated by UMD. 100% that round. That was a complete turnaround. They were down 1, if not 2, almost all the way through the round, and they managed to pull that back to, I believe it was a 3v1 at the end, with a very nice coordination from the Smoke and Maestro to try to pinch Monty into that hard corner and take care of him. It was just like you said at the start of the round, they needed to figure out a way to deal with the invincible drone, and that's exactly what they did.
Take out his guns. Take out his very, very practical guns. Honestly, when you have like a wedge formation with Monty, you basically have a tank in Siege. But those guns do have heads, and you can hit them between the eyes.
And it seems like that is exactly what they were trying to go for. They spent a little bit less time focusing on trying to waste the attacking time. They didn't place as many utility gadgets on reinforcing their roam game. They instead went to just try to say, alright, if anything happens, fall back to sight. We'll try to take people out where they're not suspecting it, and they just completely 180'd the strategy, and it worked.
Oh, looks like Muddy is going to be aggressive here again, and does get the right spawn this time. Is he going to get a kill here? Peeking. Might get shot, actually. He's not going to see. He sees the feet. And down goes Redding. The Nomad is out for the count. And Muddy will walk away, victorious, happy, smirking to himself that he got the Nomad.
And that was a really nice peak to get. Nomad off the board is a very solid operator to lose, especially for attack. That means you don't have the option to take out any of that plant denial anymore, because you don't need to worry about it. Those air jabs are very strong at denying any sort of site retake, just due to the AoE that they cover and the amount of knockback they provide, not to mention the sound cue as an added bonus.
Boy, trying to get a shot off here on whoever is behind the barn. I believe that's JS. JS gonna go for the peek though and get the headshot on Roboy. Not gonna know that there's another one right there. Snaps to him, but it's not enough. Ponut takes out JS with a refrag.
Nice job by Ponut to get the refrag, but a little bit too slow to be able to save his teammate. Unfortunate, but at least they do have the solace of knowing that Legion is off the board. That means that those goo mines will not be getting put out as much as they could have been.
They're getting a little bit aggressive here on how they're peeking these angles. They're just not letting, even where GMU thinks that they're safe for a little bit, they're making sure to be very aggressive and peek around corners and take out what the attackers believe to be safe for them to shoot from.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth noting that ever since taking out those two operators, GMU's attack has been slowed down quite significantly. I mean, the loss of the diffuser upstairs as well is going to be a huge amount of time that they have to spend going up there, because they need to drone that out and get the diffuser, and they only have 50 seconds to do that and get the plant down.
The pick onto Turtle from No Lag. That's going to cross off any breach potential that the team had, and Muddy is going to be stuck upstairs, possibly going to get taken out by Ponut there. No, he's going to actually be able to fight back. And
Ponut him, just able to pick himself back up, getting a nice refrag from Bohaja.
Communication panned out there, and the dock is off the board. Looks like he's gonna find one unreinforced there, and gonna take Flamin'. Gonna try to take another one. Oh, it's down to just No Leg in the hallway, taking him down the flank. Hears it, comes around the corner, and fires down on Bohaja's back. So far, it's looking like a comeback for UMD. They have actually hit some sort of stride here. And 2 in a row, but let's not forget, 2 rounds ago, they were not doing so well. Let's see if they can keep the momentum going. GMU, however, it's their turn to defend, and they're going to be bringing 3 ACOGs, actually.
This doesn't seem to be GMU's typical setup, and I'm not sure if they changed that for this match, or if they've decided to, kind of like you said at the start, go with a bit more of a wild card hold. Choosing to bring both of the French operators on defense is not exactly the most common strategy you see. It's a bit unorthodox. Bandit, however, on Penthouse Theater, a rather common pick for denying any sort of takes onto Theater. Being able to deny any sort of hot breach onto that site gives you a lot less to worry about, meaning that you really only have to hold inside of Master.
It's interesting to me that they're just going to give up on the hard breach, and instead they're possibly going to be focusing on taking doors and angles where GMU is going to be expecting them from. But also, sorry about that. GMU, just because they're taking these 3 ACOGs, I'm expecting at least 2 out of 3 of those to peek outside. Just in general, just from how aggressive they're known to be.
Yeah, we saw how effective UMD's spawn peek was when they were able to get the pick into pool. It was a nice pick by Muddy, being able to take out one right at the start of the round. So being able to do the same for GMU would be rather nice for them. Try to take back their lead that they had earlier.
Interestingly enough, there we're not going to see any peaks from GMU just yet. Bohaja is going to run around, open up, prep a window, but not going to use it at all for any sort of run out or peak just yet.
Yeah, we're seeing Redding sort of still setting up 30 seconds into the round. It's slow, but not terrible. But if he doesn't have those Maestro cams down with a little bit more time on the clock, he does risk getting caught out by a rush, which could put him in a potentially very bad spot. Looks like Boja trying to hide out behind Billiard's table here, making sure that he's not getting spotted from anyone in hallway on those cams, trying to make sure that no one's trying to sneak up on site or rush site in the first seconds. But no, getting droned out will not have to worry about the sledge, but no, taking him out. It's a headshot onto No Lag, immediately taken off the board.
But he is going to try to look for the refrag here. Not going to get it just yet. Going to open up. No, he's actually going to toss a concussion mine down there and try to push down. We're going to see Dokkaebi here by JS in shorts at the... Well, in... I'm not sure what those are. I think those are shorts. But they're going to go for the plant right away. Muddy is still fighting Boja, but JS is going to go down to Turtles C4 from, I believe, below? Yep, below. He has a view onto the fuser. Boja is going to take out Muddy. It's not looking good. And once again, Turtle below takes out Clayman. And... Oh, and Road Boy gets the headshot on Q-Pals as the Maestro distracts with the Bailiff a little bit. Ooh, who says Ash doesn't have a hitbox? It's, you know, 2 inches to the left of her head.
Well, it looks like that was the round that GMU needed to kind of get their feet under them on defense. They're pulling ahead, making that lead still 2 rounds in their favor. If they continue to win another 2 rounds like that, then they will take map 1. However, GMU does have 4 more rounds on attack to try to bring this up to a tie or even in their favor.
Quarter 2 looking good for GMU. It looks like they swapped off who was... Are they just trading ACOGs now? I think they are.
It seems like they're kind of doing a bit of a shuffle, saying, alright, I took Doc next round, let's shift him 1 down the line, shift Rook down the line. Everyone's getting a bit of a swap, trying to see if maybe one person can pull it off better.
I'm just surprised that nobody's taken the double ACOG op at this point. Also, we haven't really had any crashes because of C4.
Yeah, thankfully enough. That's a bit of an issue with the spectator side of things right now, but we're pretty lucky that it hasn't happened yet, so hopefully that luck streak will continue. Looks like those Rook armors going to be going down, already all taken up. Good job by GMU not forgetting to take their plates early in the round.
Looking like a pretty standard setup here by GMU. This looks like more of a ranked strat. But, yeah, that's a pretty common range.
Choosing to reinforce that many walls is definitely a bit more on the ranked side. Granted, that's also a lot safer, just because you don't have to worry about as much of hookah being opened. Also, choosing to bandit the wall outside of Billiards onto main entryway, and as Redding gets a nice headshot into No Lag, taking a bit of damage, but Doc being able to stem himself back up means that there will be no net health lost except for a little sliver.
Well, also he is using the Pro 90, so that makes that shot even more impressive just with how, you know, the recoil on the P90 works. It's not as minimalist as... Oh my god, Redding going nuts with the run out onto JS, just not letting up, following up with the kill from earlier. He's gonna go ahead and stim himself back up, crossing off 1 stim per kill. I think that's a good trade.
Absolutely. Still having 1 stim available to him as well means that he can go for either another really risky run out or a revive at the end of the round if somebody needs a reset. With the new down but not out changes, you have to be wary that you only have 20 health to work with if you do go down.
Oh,
even more shots, going for an even more aggressive run out, but no, not gonna actually get it this time. Ponut going down.
That wasn't Redding, that was Ponut.
So the double Pro 90 run out, interesting strategy here from GMU. Not something I've seen before.
I think Ponut just went, you know what, you've had your turn, I'm gonna run out this time, and he just did not have Redding's luck.
Yeah, he doesn't have the same kind of magic going on that Redding seems to have.
Oh, Turtle's gonna cross off Flamin' Clayman right outside. Not too shabby. And it's going to be down to just Q-Pals and Muddy in order to try and pull this one out of a hat. It's 4v2, 1 minute to go.
That's a rough spot to be pushing from as well. You've got very long angles against two ACOGs as well. Not to mention just coordination not really working out there. Q-Pal's almost getting taken out by the Nitro Cell, but instead dropping and being able to get the kill in time. That'll be another refrag there from Muddy, taking out one as well.
It is a 2v2, 40 seconds to go. It's looking good right now. Another headshot from UMD. Just being patient and not letting them be overtaken by aggressive behavior. They're just going to be the picture of patience. And Rogue Boy is going to take out Q-Pals. And it's a 1v1. 20 seconds to go. Is Rogue Boy going to push it? I think he hears Muddy right around the corner and going to go for it, but Muddy with a snap. Is it a snap?
Guess we'll find out here. It looks like choosing to pre-aim just a little bit too high on the counter. Nice flick backwards onto the peak. Overall, a nice job being able to even that round out. That was a really high round in favor of GMU. UMD did a nice job of picking up those refrags because of the over-aggressive peaks near the end of the round. If GMU had spent a little bit less time worrying about throwing that Nitro Cell up onto the balcony, they could have probably used that to deny a plant with a bit more success.
So they're gonna go to Hookah Lounge. It's 4-3. It's gotta feel bad to be so aggressive early round and then just have that peter out by just sheer patience from UMD's side. UMD, with just two people left, chose to be very, very practical and just baiting them out on that balcony and waiting for them to do the runouts, waiting for them to peek around the corner when they didn't need to. Honestly, peeking at that point in the round with 1 minute to go, that's a throw. That is a straight up throw. I'm sorry to say it.
But yeah, and I mean, GMU had the idea behind them. The strat was there. It was evident what they were trying to do and what they were going for. But two of those runouts were a bit needlessly aggressive. Ponut's run out from the hookah window, or the billiards window.
Billiards window, yeah.
It was far too aggressive of a peak to do for the positions that Zofia and Blackbeard were on. Blackbeard was on the roof, Zofia was repelled rather high up. Being able to try to jump out a window, turn 90 degrees, then track ahead while they're already pre-firing that is way too risky.
It just didn't make sense to do that same run out twice, and at that point they had the round. They had so much advantage, and if they just hadn't pushed, they hadn't peeked, they had instead, you know, used the evil eyes to push people back, they could have had that. They could have had round 5 in the bag, so 5-2 in the bag, and be that much closer to closing out this map.
Well, it seems like they're playing a bit more safe this round, choosing to put some operators down on first floor instead of going for the aggressive runouts on second. They will have some punch holes pre-made, trying to watch long angles, slow walking through VIP hallway, making sure that they are not making any sound to give away their position. UMD still mostly outside here, waiting to try to get in. Looks like some drone work going in from No Lag, Flamin', and
yeah,
JS as well.
This is a bad sign. This team hasn't entered yet, and it's already been 1 minute 20.
Right. Worth noting that Muddy's already also just over 25 HP, and none of the roamers have been cleared off of GMU's favor, meaning that they will have a lot to work with. No Lag's drone looks like it just won't see the dock. Couple shots ringing up from JS, trying to go towards them as well, able to take them out with some help.
Q-Pals is gonna take, yeah, gonna take a headshot there, and it's down to JS trying to hunt this dock up here, ready for that for him. It's gonna just retreat over there and dock himself back up, along with getting some much needed support from Roadboy. Gonna see the run out here from Roadboy. They are still being very aggressive. I know that we said that they backed off a little bit, but that's still a ton of aggressive behavior. Oh, and Ponut takes out JS. Muddy Britches takes down Roadboy. Bohuja, no leg, takes down Ponut. And it's Q-Pals onto Redding UMD. Pushing in, getting some people down, and then immediately just closing off the round by entering.
Yeah, that was... GMU just seemed to get really... I don't want to say antsy, but that's what it felt like. It seemed like they really wanted to just close the round out, so they started getting... They go in out of sight, they started peeking these angles that they really didn't need to play, and they just went for frags.
That's
really...
That's not what you need to do when you're defending.
Yeah, and even if you have the ACOG, even if you're a 3-speed, even if whatever, just play for time. There was nothing to stop them from just bunkering down in sight. They had the ACOGs, they had the ADSs, they had the Evil Eyes. They had a lot of material to work with there to try to make that round as easy for them as possible. And it seems like they just completely ignored that in the last 45 seconds.
Well, it's a new round. It's a new site. Wait. It is a new site. We're not in Billiards hookah anymore. That's... Yeah, we're back in bedrooms, and they have a better chance here is... I would say that because of the fact of how you can play with the mirror windows on this site, you can be a lot more aggressive towards the attack when they're trying to enter. As opposed to Billiards hookah, where you're kind of a sitting duck if you're holding the wrong angles.
Yeah, you have a bit more rotation options present. Being able to rotate through Hall of Fame into VIP, being able to rotate from Penthouse into Theater as well. Just being able to really move around on site while still having a useful angle. However, it seems like none of those angles really going to come into play too early in the round. Roadboy having to a small pixel peek right out front towards Lamborghini.
I'm pretty sure that's just client-side debris on our end. I think he has full view of that.
Entirely possible. Redding choosing to run back to site as Maestro choosing to give himself a bit more preservation there. Smart choice as well, as those Evil Eyes will be very crucial to their strategy should the plant start to go down from UMD.
Are gonna know that somebody is possibly near VIP? No, it's just wait, where's Redding? This is a very ballsy spot right here. And I would be surprised if he doesn't get punished for this. Nola gonna go for it. Q-Pals, however, is gonna take out Turtle.
That's the bandit off the board. That's the roam game as well. Seems like GMU is aware of that. Gonna be not really moving at all, choosing to stay with their anchor formations they've got set up, while UMD starts to get a bit more aggressive with their pushes inside.
I think they're gonna go for it here in Hookah. Oh, and Bohuja is ready for Muddy Britches and takes the headshot on him.
Nice pick and a nice trade there as well. Being able to trade out Bandit for who's already put those batteries down, who's already expended his utility, versus Zofia, who has not used the lifeline yet. That will be a good deal.
I didn't see how Q-Pals exited there. I thought he was in the bathroom that entire time. Oh, and Redding is going to take out Flaming Claimant on the window. That's the Blackbeard out. It's a 4v3, 55 seconds to go. It's not looking good for UMD at the moment. 4-4. Noleg has taken a lot of damage through the wall, and his team needs to come around and flank those people that have him cornered. It looks like the hero is going to be Q-Pals here. Gonna go ahead and take out Ponut. JS takes out Bohuja. It's a 2v3 now. Gonna go in and take out Roadboy, Q-Pals, and then the final frag goes to Nolag on Redding.
What an absolute retake of the round by UMD. Q-Pal just can't be stopped when he's got the R4C on his side, being able to take out 3 just by himself. Waltzing into sight like it's nobody's business, takes out 2, easy peasy, his teammates pick up the rest. What a crazy way to retake sight. Or to take sight in the beginning, actually.
Yeah, it was a slow. It was sort of a slow war of attrition up until those final seconds there, where most of a good part of UMD's squad just got taken out, but then eventually the roamers were dealt with, and then UMD was able to just push in and take care of the anchors. The anchors just didn't have much of a chance there. Just there was an attempt to fight back against Q-Pals, but it was too late as the Mira got shot from behind. Doc was shot from around the corner, and then Redding was, well, ACOG is not good in close range. That was close quarters combat, honestly.
Yeah, and it really does suit the way that Q-Pals is playing, especially with that R4C ACOG being removed. To play that in those close quarters against the amount of ACOGs that GMU's been playing, actually working out quite well in their favor.
It's interesting to me because, like, I thought I saw at least 1 or 2 Ash mains in the league move to the G36C just for that ACOG. And I know it's not the same, but she's still an ACOG operator. They didn't take all of her ACOGs. Oh,
yeah, and Redding choosing to go for some interesting Evil Eye spots here, working from the outside hallway just outside of kitchen to actually put those Evil Eyes down. Not sure if that's to deny plant should they open up kitchen wall, or quite the play that they're going for here, but still doing a nice job of getting those down and able to deny plants.
Like is gonna open up the bathroom hatch and possibly go in there. I don't believe there's anybody upstairs. It's just Bohuja, and he's slowly rotating back to site. No, he's just gonna roam the other side of the floor, gonna wait for any opportune flanks that he can get, and UMD is gonna go for that take of the upstairs. But Roboy is upstairs, possibly gonna run into Q-Pals. Q-Pals is gonna hear Roboy, hear that impact. See him, and Q-Pals takes the kill on Roboy. No Leg is gonna walk away just with a scratch.
I think that's just from the impact opening up the wall too.
Yeah, it looks like Roboy just missed his shots, and Bohuja is gonna be very aggressive, continue to not let them have this, and Ponut from above gets shot in the head. Shoots from in the head, and it is apparently UMD's game right now. 3v5. Oh, and they just missed where that Doc is.
It's like the shotgun from Ying actually being brought out here, using to open that up a bit of the floor, get a bit more sight on. But no, not mattering at all as Turtle picks off JS, making it a 4v3. No Leg losing a bit more health, worse for wear, as he tries to fight against Bohuja.
I was gonna open up the wall here. Not gonna find anyone.
Instead, Bohuja's already fallen back to first floor, working his way inside of server, trying to hold main stairs just inside of main entrance, as they try to get a bit closer to site to defend it from a more favorable position. Looks like UMD, on the other hand, still going to be working out up top. No Lag doing a bit of drone work, figures out where Turtle is, knows about that now, and they're going to go for a delivery push knowing there's no one quite there to stop them.
Plant is going to start. It's going to get hurt. Bohuja's going to get a headshot on Q-Pals, but not going to see the flank from behind him. Oh, it doesn't. It seems that he misses No Lag. No Lag misses him. Muddy's going to take out Redding, and Bohuja's going to be the final one of his squad as he takes out Flaming Clayman. Muddy Britches comes around the corner and finishes him off, winning the map for UMD.
What a retake from UMD, not just only on site, but just as a whole. They were down 3 rounds and able to pull the lead all the way back, losing only 1 round in the process. That's not exactly a comeback you see every day, and they did a great job of doing it.
I'm gonna go ahead and let our teams take their 5-minute break. So far we've seen quite a bit. And what can we dilute that to, Enrage?
Um, we've seen some very strong plays from UMD being able to untilt themselves, formulate a new strategy, and get that working really quick. GMU has some pretty aggressive plays that worked for them, going for some spawn peaks, going for runouts, going for any sort of rush that they can really get to work for them. They like to get a lot of stuff done in the first minute and 30 seconds of the round.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like that sort of falls apart unless they get the plant down. Every time that they had the diffuser on the ground, they were able to take the round. But if they weren't able to get the diffuser down, then they weren't able to pick up the rest of the round as well.
See that? I can see that. It seemed to me like what ended up happening for GMU is that they let their aggression become predictable. And by letting that aggression become predictable and, getting antsy on site, going out for those runouts, throwing rounds in response to being aggressive, they just lost it. They just lost hold of what they needed to do. They didn't follow through with whatever strategy they had, and it just fell apart very quickly.
Yeah, and seeing that sort of unravel for them was kind of their downfall. As soon as UMD picked up on that, that's when they started getting that comeback, and just like you said, they were able to bring it back really well.
Ending up in a score of 4-6. UMD bringing it back from the brink, doing a great job there. So, still another 3 minutes on the break. Any particular players that really stand out to you, Enrage?
I think there were some nice plays by Redding, especially the multiple runouts
Mm-hmm.
that he did. While on defense, those were very impressive to watch. As well, No Lag did quite a large amount of work for his team, being able to take up a nice amount of frags, also setting up a lot of site retakes and stuff like that as well.
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember now. I did add Muddy earlier, like beginning of this week. Um, uh, for a ringer, he's doing pretty well. He's getting headshots. He's taking names, kicking ass. This is the first time we've seen him play. Actually, he has not been with UMD's squad for long. I think I believe I received the request to add him to the roster. I have the receipt here. I have the receipt, and no, it was last week. It was just last week, around
Still,
Tuesday.
though, he did top score and top frag on his team. First map that he's played on stream. That's an impressive feat for sure.
Let's hope it's not a fluke and that he can maintain that sort of performance into the next map. What do you think is going through GMU's mind right now? What
Right
did
now, I'd say that they're trying to think about ways to counter what UMD was doing. As soon as they lost their strat idea and started to kind of lose the big picture of what they had planned, that's when they realized, hey, we need to work on this and get something new that's going to work and maybe change it up a little bit more often. And I think that they're going to come in with a bit more force in the next map and work on making it a little bit less predictable and changing up their strats more often.
hmm UMD, can they maintain the quality of patience that they've been keeping up?
That will be the question that we'll see answered in map 2.
All right, just 40 seconds to go on the break. Will teams use up their full time, or will I have to drag them kicking and screaming into Consulate? Where I'm pretty sure we're gonna see a hard breach ban. Like, uh, I believe we'll see at least a thermite ban. What do you think?
I wouldn't be surprised if they do, for sure. But I wouldn't be surprised if they took Habana off the board instead, just due to the ability that she has to take out hatches. If you lose the garage wall, you can still hold it from above as long as the attackers don't have a buck. But if you lose your hatches, then you lose all the vertical pressure you had on that side as well.
Well, it looks like we're going to be heading into the next round. Sorry, the next map. Right away, we're going to go into bans. GMU is once again attacking. On this map, it was their choice to attack. Just a heads up for those of you watching at home who are not used to our map ban rules. Once a team picks a map, the opposing team gets to attack or defend on that map they choose. And like I said, a thermite gone. Right away, UMD not leaving it up to chance. Interestingly enough, but they are defending first, so it makes sense. Jackal. So right away, Jackal also gone. Like last time, it looks like GMU is getting rid of the anti-roam, and Bandit is also gone off the board. They're gonna be getting rid of any sort of pesky bandit tricking on possibly the garage door. Sorry to inform you, I will be the only caster for the rest of this match. As we've had a bit of a sickness fall our other caster. He'll be fine. Just let's all in chat wish him well, because he deserves it, honestly. All right. Going on into round one. Welcome to a classic solo Duke solo cast. It happens from time to time, and I'm pretty used to just filling up the time with my voice while also inadvertently, you know, trying to make some sort of analysis despite every round going as high octane as possible. Also, usually these are the times when Siege tends to break in front of me for no apparent reason, so let's hope that that curse doesn't continue. But anyways, round one, seeing Thermite, Jackal, Bandit, and Clash gone off the board. I'm pretty sure that it's not going to matter much, as these teams are just going to work around it. Kind of surprised though. Oh, they are going to go for an upstairs hold already. Console's office and Console's office meeting room. We'll go ahead and actually reinforce most of long desk wall, and possibly reinforce the bathroom as well. Although they could leave it open in order to actually shoot some rounds down the yellow and discourage GMU from actually pushing that way. So a second. All right. Into round one. Looks like Bohoja is going to take a little bit of damage right away from Muddy Britches. Muddy doing a good job. Look at the blood there. And he's going to get a few rounds across the nose there from Bohoja. As a reply, he's like, yep, I know that you shot at me. Please go away. Not today. And QPals is going to go ahead and make a rotation from bathroom into yellow. Not sure if that's actually going to be good or not. Redding is going to go ahead and take out Flamin' Clayman by taking the console office window. And it's just going to be his territory from now on. And Muddy Britches is going to be the sole operator taking on admin. LGS is going to call out to his team. What's going on? QPal is going for the run out. Gonna get the Blackbeard. Redding goes down. JS going for the C4. Does get Turtle. Is he gonna go for a second frag? Not gonna get it as Roboy is gonna refrag 3v3. Bohoja on the inside already finds QPals, destroys him, and it is a 3v2. The very, very risky, aggressive play not panning out for UMD. They do have a Hibana off the board and a Blackbeard compared to the utility that's being lost. Oh, Ponut is gonna almost die to no leg, and now it's going to be down to just Muddy Britches. Doc with the ACOG, gonna go in for the Pog. Not gonna find anyone just yet. The Ponut is gonna be holding this window, is gonna go for it, and does Muddy Britches gets a headshot. Get your Pogs out for the ACOGs. Muddy Britches is going to go towards long desk, trying to find a way to retake site. There's 2 attacker operators left. Roboy and Bohoja both have enough health to constitute 1 full operator, but that is Doc. Doc is has way more health than that, and Muddy is going to be looking for some knees. Is that going to work out? And he does take out Roboy. There's very little time left. Is Bohoja going to play it safe and going to wait for the defuse? And he's going to hear the Nomad air jab go off. Muddy Britches. Oh, Bohoja is just going to wait for him to have to defuse. Muddy is going to go not get to it, and the time is going to run out, and GMU will win attacker round 1. Already starting off with a bang, GMU did a good job of taking down the anchors one by one, even when they did a very aggressive push down through the garage to run out and get not only the Blackbeard but a C4 on the Hibana as well, but then immediately got refragged by the attackers who are supposed to be on roam watch. Moving into round 2, and UMD stick it. It could be that the aggressive approach is not the one to follow when you're fighting GMU. It could be that you need that patience. You need them to, you know, toss their operators at the walls of their defense in order to come out with a successful defense, with successful strategy. So, moving into round 2, like we are upstairs, console's office. UMD has chosen not to change sites, and it looks like they're changing up the strategy a little bit, actually adding a rotation hole on long desk for people to move out of that hallway if need be. Interestingly enough, Muddy Britches almost had last round, almost got it, and he did a good job on trying to keep it level, and he's gonna shoot a few rounds towards Roboy. QPals is gonna take down Roboy, but Ponut is gonna take out Muddy Britches as a return favor. Once again, the round starting off in explosively. GMU carrying out their due diligence in order to try and find the right angles to peek at the anchors, pre-firing around the corners, trying to see if they can catch people unaware, out of position. Not going to find anyone just yet, though. QPals roaming the basement, trying to get that flank. Get that victory royale. Let's not talk about battle royales. I apologize. We're never speaking of any of those again on this channel. That is a promise. But, anyways. GMU slowing things down a little bit after that first trade. And Redding also trying to find somebody out of position and push towards garage. They know that QPals is here. QPals is going to be actually quite aggressive, trying to see if they can find Redding, but Redding is just going to move up yellow. The fuser is going to be left outside. I'm not sure if anybody from GMU is actually going to pick it up just yet. It's 125 left. No lag still in yellow, waiting for somebody to come up Flash is going to come out. He's just going to miss. Redding coming around the corner and taking him down. I honestly expected him to hear Redding come from around the corner, but no. The sound didn't work out, and Flaming Clayman is going to get a headshot on Ponut. 3v3 at the moment. Things looking just okay for UMD at the moment. Redding still rocking the yellow stairs, trying to see if he's not getting pushed from behind. Q-Pals found the diffuser. And he's just gonna watch it. 40 seconds to go. GMU, you need that box. Why did you leave your briefcase outside? Q-Pals is gonna find Bohuja, down him. And it's gonna be time wasted for GMU. Have to get Bohuja up, get the diffuser, and try to find that roamer that just took down their Maverick. Well, okay, it didn't take down their Maverick. It made him fall on the floor. Oh, Flamin' Clayman takes out Turtle as he tries to enter. It's 12 seconds left. The diffuser is out there. Redding is stuck against 3 operators. They know where he's coming from, and they're going to watch Spiral. And very quickly, Q-Pals is going to move in for the kill and claim the kill on Bohuja as well. Moving on to round 3, 1-1. UMD did a good job holding there. And did a good turnaround there, showing that they can have control of that site. They're not going to let anybody tell them that they can't have the upstairs site. But now we're going to move to the other very, very strong site on this map, on Consulate, Cafeteria Garage. Looking even, just as the previous map did. Coastline more favorable to attackers. However, let's see if UMD can pull at least 3 more rounds out of this defense and get a nice head start towards winning the series. Let's go. It's looking like a very light defense on the site itself. There's not a lot of reinforcements covering kitchen, not a lot of reinforcements in the office. They're all being used on the garage door, and actually to hold... This is an interesting strategy. Holding the bathroom with most of their reinforcements, possibly where they're going to be sending attacks out from in order to push them out. But the Turtle is going to get shot through the wall. He's going to wait patiently for it, but No Leg is going to find him and take down Turtle. What is happening? No Leg takes out Redding. Muddy Bridges takes out Ponut. And it's looking good for UMD. I was going to jump downstairs and try to find the last 2 attackers. I think Bohuja is actually in... Yep, he's in the supply closet at the moment. Going through archives, droning for anybody. Is he gonna find... Oh, he just passes through by Q-Pals, and I don't think he noticed them. I think Q-Pals is actually unseen. He might pass through there and get zeroed out. Oh, and from behind and the Spiral, and he's gonna try to get it, but Roboy it's taken down by Muddy Britches, and it's down to Flaming Clayman taking shots from Bohuja, and Bohuja goes down to Q-Pals. on to round 4. UMD actually managing a very aggressive strategy by holding the first floor, not even letting the basement become a battlefield for the main fight. Actually managed to disarm GMU's attack almost entirely, pushing it into a much slower round as the last two attackers just could not find their foothold, and then ended up having to fight on their own on each side. Going into round 4. We are in lobby press room. This is one of the weaker sites on Consulate. Thankfully, they didn't try to go for the split hold that is, I believe, servers tellers. Yes, servers tellers. Anyways, round 4. Lead for UMD. Go ahead and check out what sort of defense they're going to be holding here. It just felt like GMU was aware that they were holding first floor, but ended up still getting caught by surprise from how many people were still there. Not really expecting just the sheer amount of guns that faced off against them. Well, it looks like they are going to be holding upstairs. Are they making a rotation into from long desk into meeting room? Not quite sure, but Q-Pals is going to be aggressive here. He's going to do that peek. Going to try to find somebody to shoot here. Doing a little wavy dance of the peeker. Not going to find someone. I think he's actually going to get shot beforehand, and Turtle takes out Muddy Britches. Redding takes out Q-Pals. It's looking good for GMU. Knowing how to be aggressive is a good way to disarming when the other team is peeking. Gonna go ahead and zero in on those evil eyes, and JS is gonna see the Blackbeard and run away promptly, taking just the slightest bit of damage, but still doing fine. This is still very aggressive. Like, the attackers just have pretty much control over the front door. Not doing too badly. 1 minute gone. Oh, Redding gets JS out of position, and it's a 5v2 very quickly. And oh, Flamin' takes out Redding right away. 4v2 still a little bit more even, but GMU still has the upper hand with 1 minute 40 on the clock. Luck is gonna need to watch other entrances, but I'm pretty sure Bohoja already has control over the hallway. It's not looking good. Flaming Clayman in a very exposed position here, trying to drone his way around. Looks like Bohoja is going to try to push up and take out a cam. Onut very slowly encroaching on No Leg. Oh, but Flaming Clayman is going to claim that kill first, and No Leg is going to be able to push up towards the Blackbeard. Flaming Clayman is just going to get his head missed, and No Leg is going to come around for the kill and takes out Bohoja. It's a 2v2. It's looking good for UMD right now. They're bringing it back. Turtle gets a headshot on No Leg. It's 2v1. Now they have somebody to actually watch the plant as it happens, but Flaming Clayman is going to get crossed off by Road Boy. Sorry, moving into round 5. GMU brings it back with that nice attack. Almost lost it there, but still managed to bring it to take out one of the defenders that they needed so that it wouldn't be a 2v1 while the plan was going down. And as Flamin' Claimant tried to push the planter, it just worked out for GMU. Unfortunate, but it is a very weak site to hold, and it's kind of it. It just tends to happen on that side. But round 5, this is GMU's last round attacking, and we're back at console meeting room. Console meeting. And hopefully UMD can hold this out and get that advantage they need going into the attack.
Speed up and running.
Cam in position.
Cam is going to get tossed out by Q-Pals onto the street. Going to go for it again. Oh, he might get shot here. And Redding just manages to miss the head. No frag going to come out from that. And they're just going to be a few bullets short now. Not that it's... Oh. JS going to be very cheeky here. And watch as somebody tries to rappel up. JS does hear Bohuja coming up. He's watching for that. Is he gonna get the... Oh! And JS takes out Bohuja. And runs away with a Blackbeard slain. Claimant. Very, very pleased with himself. JS must be at the moment, having taken out that Blackbeard. Not looking overly great. And things are gonna slow down. Getting into the 140, but quickly speed up as Roadboy picks up the headshot on Muddy Britches. Redding is gonna go looking through that verticality for any members of UMD's team. Turtle's gonna take out Q-Pals, doing a good job, but losing a lot of health. And it's gonna be left down to just JS, No Leg, and Flamin' to hold site. JS is going to go ahead and get another frag onto Turtle. That's 2 now. But Road Redding, it's a full health engagement. They're trying to find him. Oh, and the help from No Leg onto Redding. JS gets the headshot on Ponut, and it's down to just Roboy. It looks like UMD is going to be able to push in towards an advantage of a single round. Great job there, but as he's setting up, Roadboy goes down to JS's SMG-11 headshot. Seeing that he's setting it up, he goes in and gets the headshot while he's distracted with his own gadget. Moving on into round 6, this is the swap 2-3 in favor of UMD. Now it's UMD's turn to see if they can actually manage to break apart GMU's defense. They have a long way to go. Still 3 rounds they need to win, but GMU still has a chance at this if they can keep their heads cool and keep the aggression down, because it just has not panned out for them before. But it is Consulate. Consulate is known for a lot of runouts, so it could work. But pushing into round 6, we are gonna go admin. All right, let's see here. We are now in Console's office meeting room, and it looks like GMU is gonna opt to reinforce the entire wall facing yellow, not gonna leave any of the wall open at all like UMD did in order to actually push, in order to be able to retake site more easily. but instead are going to trust their ability to keep sight on lockdown. Gonna be watching for those peaks. Big Buddy right away recognizes a peek from, I believe, oh, yellow, and takes down Muddy Britches. Sorry, Muddy Britches takes down Ponut. That was correction there. And they're gonna go ahead and see Redding on the stairs, and he's going to possibly push off. But now he hears whoever it is upstairs looking. It was, I believe. Oh, actually, maybe. Oh, not sure, but Muddy Britches is gonna come back. It was Muddy Britches, as he is the buck. He's gonna go back to look down that skylight, or actually just ignore it entirely. I believe Redding is still up those stairs. Are they gonna toss a grenade down to get him? I hear the ping and the ping of the pin, and he backs off and then comes back. Not gonna let himself get caught by that, and instead is going to keep his position. Redding still holding there, not letting up. 4 is gonna go up. The grenade's gonna go out. Not gonna get Redding at all though, and Redding is instead ink with his gas grenades. Redding is gonna go ahead and take out JS as he tries to come in on his territory. And Redding is gonna also be very aggressive here. Gonna take quite a few shots there. Gonna try to go for another one and use up the last gas canister. It's not looking good. Is he gonna go for the run out? He has no clue whether they're there or not, and it might just not. It just won't pan out, I believe. And Q-Pals is just gonna miss. Redding rotating into bathroom. Well, Bohoja will watch long an angle from next to long desk. 37 seconds to go. Q-Pals is beginning the breach of the wall, and Redding is gonna get a lot of those Hibana charges. Not all of them though. Looks like that is not enough to come in. 20 seconds to go. They need to plant soon, and it's not looking good. But they do have most of their attackers on the windows, ready to push in. No Leg takes down Redding. Q-Pals takes down Bohoja. And down goes Flaming Clayman. Down goes Muddy Britches to Turtle and Road. It's 2v2 right now. The plant needs to go down. No Leg takes down Turtle. Where is the plant? It doesn't go down, and GMU takes the round. An impressive push from UMD, but alas, it was not enough to take down GMU. They let the clock run down too low and were punished for it. Right away, teams are looking pretty even in terms of frags. Maybe no, never mind. That's a good amount on UMD's end. But looking at the configuration here, we're going to Cafeteria Garage. They are bringing Kaid in order to possibly replace that lost bandit from the bans, and probably gonna roll with it. 3-3, round 7. Here we go. Both teams just need 3 rounds to win it. Off, and it looks like we're gonna get a small office hold from Roboy. Well, sorry, security room. Security room hold from Roboy with those mirror windows, possibly one on each of these reinforcements. Trying to keep both the red door away from those pesky attackers, and also the overall garage door. Round 7 starting off here. No cheeky peeks just yet, but we are seeing a little bit of action from Bohuja, possibly trying to wait for somebody to push in through Visa.
Home improvement time.
Device is going dark.
And still setting up a little bit, but looks like UMD is getting ready to enter the building within the first minute. Good so far. Pupils are trying to open up at least a sight line into sight, and it looks like Haida's not even using their artillas at all to trick here. Instead, Bohuja is going to be upstairs trying to hold angles. Opponent is going to take a little bit of damage from Q-Pals, it seems, but going to walk away from it with his life still. 1:30 to go. A little bit of progress being seen from UMD. They're going to go ahead and be able to take down Bohuja upstairs. No health taken, and they're going to check underneath by the garage door.
Knock knock. Thermal breach set.
Head UMD setting up for their collapse. Last minute to go. They're doing great with timing here. Redding is going to be holding this yellow stairs. Going to just miss the Zofia and have to run away. And Redding is actually going to get caught out by Q-Pals from upstairs on the hatch, trying to run away to pipes. And the collapse becomes more and more evident as it gets the clock runs down. Yes, trying to push here. Not gonna find anyone just yet. Gonna just miss somebody, and behind him, Turtle takes him out. Turtle trying to keep it, but the Zofia is right there, and he takes him down too. No Leg takes out Onut. And it is down to just Turtle. The plant needs to start happening soon. Plants claiming plant. And Q-Pals is going to be pushing the Echo and take him down with a headshot. Winning another for UMD, 3-4, looking good. Once again, advantage to them. They just need 2 more, but will it continue to be a slugfest round to round to round? But it is a real slugfest here in Consulate today, ladies and gentlemen. It's going well for UMD right now. They're showing a lot of composure in their attacks, but when GMU really runs away with a round, they tend to do it in strides. They manage to pick off at least 1 or 2 important ops that UMD needs for that final collapse, and it just ends up in their favor. But on its round 8. Can GMU swing it on this one? They definitely tried to last second it with that play with the Echo, but it just did not work out as they were very fully aware of where Echo was sitting, and they were able to pressure him into letting himself get killed. Not for the round, but trapped. Trapped in his own little corner. As, you know, I would imagine the real Echo would do. When the chips are down, he'd probably trust his yokai too, and that's what Redding chose to do at that point, and it could have panned out. It didn't. It happens. 8, it doesn't look like there are any actual peaks coming out from GMU. They've scaled back their aggression a lot, and it shows, and this could be the key to their win. UMD going to go ahead and do a little droning in order to confirm their control over the upstairs. However, Bohuja is there to contest that. Let's see if that actually works out this time. He does have the FO12 instead of a medium engaging gun. Like he's going to trust that this shotgun will be enough to keep him safe up here. Meanwhile, they are slowly encroaching on him, having already taken admin office. 2 attackers there. Well, Turtle is waiting to actually trick here. Try to find somebody else. Is going to go ahead and check those cams. Not going to find anyone just yet, but they are hot on his trail, pushing towards Console's office, where he is inevitably hiding. He is going to get seen in cabinet, and he's going to rotate downstairs. Doesn't seem like there's going to be anybody ready for taking him down on the flank, and he's instead going to rotate towards bathroom. That's going to be a full minute 30 wasted on hunting down Bohuja, which is exactly what the team needs at the moment. Is going to be opening up a little bit of a peek into red from where he is on the little tart on the pallet towards red. Things are very slow right now for UMD. They need to push down onto that site soon, and they need to set up the collapses as well. Yes, is going to go ahead and shoot some rounds down. Not gonna find anyone just yet. Just miss. No, he did not miss a roamer. That was instead just a silhouette that we did. That looked like somebody was nearby, but they were not. GMU showing a lot of restraint, waiting for the attackers to push them instead. Looking good. 30 seconds. All that can happen now is the last 30 seconds will be chaotic as everything breaks, as all hell breaks loose, as the attackers try to make their way onto site, and just missing the head of Turtle. Muddy Britches is going to take out Redding. Oh, and Bohuja is going to take out Muddy Britches. JS takes out Road Boy. Bohuja refrags onto JS. Turtle takes out No Leg. It's not looking good for UMD. 2 seconds left. Then they manage to plant. Flaming Clayman is going to be aggressive here. Going to lose out most of his ammo and is going to have to try and reload. But no, instead, he's going to get crossed off by Ponut. Q-Pal is going to cross off Bohuja. It's a 2v1. Turtle is going to go ahead and maybe wait for the crossfire. Ponut is going to go for the run out. Going to get seen here. Going to fight. They're going to... Meanwhile, Turtle is going to try to find it from behind. Turtle takes down Q-Pals. And the round, it's won by GMU. When the chips are down and bets are off, UMD actually managed to plant in the chaos of collapsing onto site and managed to bring it to a winnable 1v2, but at the same time, well, sorry, winnable 2v3 for the final plant, but did not manage to win it out. Round 9. Punches are being thrown round to round. GMU and UMD are trading these like they're candy. It just isn't working out for them. Somebody needs to claim supremacy, and they need to do it within the next 4 rounds. We're actually getting a lot more 6-pick seen now. Mira onto Doc, Capitao onto... Capitao. Oh, okay. That's fine. That works. You want to use your 6-pick to not pick anything at all? That's fine. So, looking like a lot of ACOGs again from GMU's side. Getting a Doc, a Rook, and a Maestro to actually hold long angles. Is a site known for being able to hold long desk, being able to hold from bathroom. And so fourth, looks like they are going to reinforce towards long desk and create a rotation hole into meeting room. Not going to find their stride just yet. They need to win this round and one more for the tie. GMU 4-4. Still setting up, but it's not there. It's okay. They're not gonna get caught with their pants down just yet. And like I'm not gonna see any peaks at all. GMU actually being very restrained here, realizing that the aggression is just not how you take down UMD.
Tango located. Second floor.
Gonna go ahead and open a sightline into yellow, and JS up on the skylight is gonna take out Redding as they push him out with the Habana charges. And Pals is gonna take out Turtle in the bathroom. Oh, Bohuja, however, fires back through the wall, knowing that there was somebody just at the window, and just doing a calculated shot. UMD trying to push through yellow into the hallway, into the reception area. Oh, yep. Reception area. Not gonna find anything just yet. Trying to find their best. They're just... Oh, No Leg is at first gonna miss a few shots, but finally land the headshot on Bohuja, and it's gonna look good for UMD to push in soon. 1 minute to go. 2v4. Gonna hold the long angles. No, actually, Ponut is gonna be here. It is gonna be waiting to fire at JS, but Ponut is gonna get taken down by JS instead, and it's gonna be down to Roboy. Still rocking the long angle. Headshot onto Muddy Britches. It's an easier job with that headshot, but it's still a tough one nonetheless. Can he retake sight? Can he win this out for GMU and bring them closer to victory, closer to that so deserved tie? Don't see anyone just yet. He needs to push quickly and push far. I think he might have seen somebody there. Nope. And Flamin' Clayman is going to be watching for him. Does go up somewhere. Oh, and JS is gonna see him, but not catch him out just yet. And the Doc is gonna try to self-revive. And Flamin' Clayman is gonna finish him off with the pistol. Round 10, things looking good for UMD. It's match point again. We've been here before. The 4-5. Is it gonna be a 4-6, or is it going to overtime? It's looking good right now. They just need one more win, and UMD will walk away with the coveted 3 points. Strategy coming out to go with much more aggressive traps out from GMU, predicting like late pushes that should be punished by the frost mats.
Setting trauma pack here.
GMU once again trying the console's office meeting room hold. Go ahead, and it looks like they're going to stick with the same strategy as before, possibly completely reinforcing the bathroom. Possibly completely reinforcing the skylight wall into yellow. And trying to watch for that. As things start off in the action phase, it is still match point for UMD. Unfortunately, that has not changed. I don't know why you'd think that it would have changed at all, but here we are. No aggressive peaks again. Instead, we're just getting some holds here with Roboy sitting in admin office waiting for any attackers to come around. But it looks like UMD is just going to ignore the east side completely and push for a west take of the windows. And also going to go ahead and put a claymore down.
Setting up.
While.
Setting barbed wire.
I'm gonna go ahead and see the frost, but not have anything just yet. Is it Muddy Bridges? I think he's set up the hot breach, and he is in yellow already. Takes down the frost mat and is ready for anybody to come around the corner. Gonna take the ADS out and the evil eye. R4C no longer has an ACOG. Can't hold a very overly long angle, but I think Redding does see the ash. He's gonna go for it. Get Q-Pals is not ready for Muddy Bridges, however, who gets the refrag. It's still a 4v4. Anyone's game at this point still. And Muddy still has control of yellow. Like trying to get a shot to there. And they're gonna go ahead and show why it's a bad idea to not reinforce the full thing. Clayman, I think trying to get... Oh, if only he had a grenade, he could actually get no, not Robot, Ponut in that corner. He's going to try to shoot towards JS, and JS is instead going to reply to that by shooting him through the wall as well, and Bohuja is going to take no leg down. Somehow, Ponut is still alive, despite having a very clear flame just burning next to him. Turtle's gonna finally take out Flame and Clayman. It's looking good for GMU now. Muddy is gonna try to find that that roamer, and down he goes to Turtle. It's looking good. JS has to contend with only 3 defenders, but gonna try to smoke it out. And no, that's actually a flame one, and he's just gonna get caught by Bohuja. Looking good so far. We're going into overtime. A quick reminder of our overtime rules. In our league, it is overtime 3. However, to take out the random aspect of overtime, if you started the map attacking, you will attack first on overtime. Whoever wins is gonna have at least 7 rounds on their docket. This is a long match. GMU does not want to walk away without at least 1 point tonight, and it shows. It shows so desperately in just their need to keep going. Overtime, 6 picks. Maverick into IQ. Vigil into Kaid. Going well so far. Don't know if they'll actually try and Kaid trick it. I believe it's going to be a little bit tricky, but wait a second. There's no hard breacher. There's no hard breacher on basement. I believe that GMU was fully expecting to have to take Consul's office. They have They have the Buck, they have the Blackbeard. They were completely and utterly ready to take it. Instead, they're going to have to contend with no hard breacher on a garage hold instead, while the defenders are not going to... While the defenders are going to actually hold the first floor like they did many rounds ago. Reading already pushing down Pizza Office, pushing towards red, just disregarding whoever is left in the first floor. Here the Artilla gonna fire a few shots towards Q-Pals. Whiff the grenade a little bit, but it's still gonna go off, possibly cause a little bit of chaos and contain. Oh, gonna take out the yokai and also contain spiral stairs. Una is trying to push JS, but as JS tries to push him, he's gonna go down as Redding takes down Flame and Clayman. But Redding is now down and they need somebody to get him up. They're gonna have a little bit of a respite here as Bohuja watches them, and Redding back to 20 health. Now with the changes, it's no longer 50, it's 20 health, and frag is gonna go up. Not gonna find anyone though, as GMU is already pushing in. 4v3 at the moment. Noleg takes out Redding. Turtle GMU refrags onto Noleg, and Road Boy is gonna take out Q-Pals. Road Boy is then going to snap onto Turtle. Oh no. Ponut is gonna try to fight Muddy Britches. It's down to just Muddy Britches trying to find there, and Ponut comes around the corner and gets the final kill on Muddy. Into overtime match point. Once again, overtime 3. Either you get 2 overtime round wins or you walk away empty-handed on this map. Again, bringing out the Kaid. Are we going to see any 6 picks coming out from GMU, coming out from UMD in an attempt to win it? Even if actually, no. If GMU manages to win this round, then it's going to be an even round differential. 6 pick from Capital onto Twitch, possibly to counteract those mirrors. And they are going to stick with them. So, are they going to lose this barrage hold just from that counter Twitch pick? Once again, holding the security office and holding to try and hold the door to kitchen. Last time, GMU being aggressive on the attack panned out and won them the first overtime. Ooh. Overtime match point, round 12. Here we go. Guess is going to start off the infiltration with the Twitch drone, trying to find those mirror windows, knows that they're in the security office, and gonna push down there, having a very easy time so far, and is gonna see the mirror window, the so coveted shot, and it goes off. The first mirror window gets open, and then the second taser gets body blocked. But 1 mirror window out of 2 is not bad for a drone, as it's going to make this hold much harder. Also trying to find somebody, just misses Turtle around the corner, trying to hold it tight. Yes, already in admin office. UMD already taking the second floor. Nobody there to stop them. It looks like GMU is going for a hold of just first floor and basement. It shows. Looks like they're waiting for them to come down the stairs and take them down. Once again, Bohuja rocking the FO12, trusting that the pistol is enough firepower against full auto assault rifles. And they're gonna go ahead and back out again. Looks like they're still trying to find people. And Redding is going to be ready here for anybody that peeks. He's gonna be aggressive and going to wait for Muddy Bridges to look around the corner and take him down. Redding with the first frag of the round, giving advantage right now. Gonna push. Gonna try to possibly get the second mirror window, while Redding still being a thorn on the side of UMD. And just going to push back to pipes. UMD has 54 seconds left, and JS tries one last time to take down. Oh no, you saw that shotgun, right? You must see the shotgun. You have to see it. There is no way you haven't seen it. And he goes for it and gets the kill on JS. 5v3. QPel's low on health. No lag. Could probably top off his own health with QPel's, and it's not looking good. UMD might actually lose here. Oh, Turtle takes down No Lag as No Lag takes down Redding. It's a 4v2 now. QPel's trying to look around the corner, but Roadboy is gonna take him out. Turtle trying to stop the final attacker. Gonna land a shot, and then Ponut is going to land the final kill. GMU winning map 2, getting a tie on Consulate. Good game indeed from both teams. That's probably going to be it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. In terms of matches, we do have another Invite League match tomorrow, a rescheduled match that we need to cast anyways, and I will possibly be here once again solo, trying to bring it to you. I believe it is ASU versus PSU, but you saw it here tonight, a tie between GMU and UMD. Most unexpected indeed, when UMD had quite a bit of an upper hand for a lot of what happened throughout the rounds. But definitely worked out for GMU. Some of that aggression warranted at times, some of it unwarranted. In Coastline, it definitely didn't work out to their favor. And they definitely showed that they learned from their mistakes in Coastline and picked up a little bit of patience from UMD in Consulate. Anyways, that's going to be it for us tonight at the stream. If you had a fun time, even if it was, spamming, and I will acknowledge, you guys are probably having a great time doing that. Just hit that follow button. I don't judge. Some people try to have fun in different ways. As long as you're not really hurting anybody, I'm okay with it. Anyways, thank you and have a good night.